Hey everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the new update for Portal 2, which has Aperture Science making all of us into their slaves, where we make test chambers because they are too lazy to do it themselves. But hey, at least they give us a very professional name tag with our Steam profile picture, and they call us a test chamber designer. So it makes us feel a little bit better about ourselves. Although I am employee 58,184,613, so I'm not really that special. There's a lot of people making test chambers here. So from this menu, you can see you have Play Community Test Chambers. So that's where you have your list of chambers that you have downloaded from the Steam Workshop. You can access the workshop from in-game and look at maps and download them. So you would click here, and it brings you to this interface where you have all of the maps that you can download. You just click on them, and it'll take you to their specific page, and you can subscribe. Actually, I think you can subscribe from here with just that button if you want to. You don't even have to go to the page. What I suggest is doing this outside of the game because it puts it into a queue, and it doesn't download the map until the next time Portal 2 is open. So if you access the workshop from here inside the game, and you subscribe to a map, it's not going to automatically show up here. You're going to have to quit out a game and come back in. So to save yourself some frustration, I would access the maps from Steam itself and then come into the game once you've downloaded them. So now we're going to hop into the level editor, and I can show you that. Okay, so as you can see, this level editor is incredibly simple and user-friendly. You're not crowded by, 50 million options that are just right in your face when you open it up. Everything is hidden at first. You have to hover over it to get access. And really what this does is it just doesn't overwhelm someone when they first come in to make a map and kind of put them off. Because I know if I went into like a development kit like SDK or UDK and I tried to make something with my zero knowledge, I would be very much put off by all the options that are available to me, and I would not want to try to learn them all. But this makes it very easy to do. Anybody with any level of knowledge when it comes to making maps can come in here and screw around with something and make it actually work and feel a little bit better about themselves, because Valve is very good at doing what they do, and they have just blown me away with how easy this level editor is to use. So you just start out with a basic box that has an entrance and an exit, and you can manipulate this any way you want to. You click on the specific tiles for a section, and you can move them where you want. So I'm using the minus and plus keys on my numpad, and this, it'll bring it out or it'll push it in. You can shift-click entire sections and then drag it out to make a bigger room, or maybe you want to make a hallway. What I want to do is I want this room to be a bit bigger for what I want to do. I just want it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to pull that out a little bit, and you can see you can shift-click all of that, and this is not portalable, so I want to make it portalable, so I can do that, and I can click that, and it'll change the surface of it. Pretty easy to understand. So you have all of your items over here, your buttons, your cubes, your gels, whatever, and you just click on them, and you set them down on the map, and it'll place them. Say I want this button to be what opens this door for you to solve the puzzle. So to start off with, you would want the door to be closed when you come into the map, and then you select the button and you connect it to the door. So whenever you press this button, the door will open, and it'll stay open for however long you set it. Default is 3 seconds. You can't go below that. You can only go up or to infinite, and it'll stay open infinitely since I set it to that once I press the button. I mean, it's really easy to understand. The only thing about this is that with it being incredibly simple, the people who are really into making maps that are tons of chambers linked together, that have, timed sequence events and specific voiceover work that they want to play at certain times, you cannot do that here. This is made for single chamber use, and you don't get to mess around with foliage or anything like that, or do anything crazy with it. That's still going to be something that people are going to want to use Hammer for, and I'm sure that's still going to be a very vibrant community. People on sites like Thinking with Portals who make really insane maps with a lot of chambers in them, and sometimes even a storyline behind it. So this is really made for people to come in and just make one chamber and get a sense of what it's like to make a map. I'm sure you can probably make a map in here and access the file and open it up in Hammer and do whatever you want with it after that. So that's probably something that you can do if you want to, make a template for a map that you want to do. but you don't want to do it in Hammer. You just want to come in here because it's a simpler setup. You can do that here and probably access the file and open it up in Hammer and then deal with it like that after the fact. So let me remove this button. I'm just going to do something, I'm just gonna make something that I can solve that's, it's not hard. I think what I'm just gonna do is set down a faith plate and set its trajectory. It doesn't have to be anywhere right this second. I need to set up, I'm gonna take a cube and I'm gonna just put it up here. Well, by default, whenever you select something like a cube or a gel, it'll have a dropper. You can just right-click the dropper and you can disable the dropper, and that'll just be there. It'll just be a cube on the map that you can access anywhere. It doesn't have a dropper. This is the only cube that'll be there. So I want this to be setting up, so I'm just going to push the surface up to there. That's fine. And actually, I'll push this up as well so it's a bigger surface to walk on, and I'll move my cube over there. And so I want this faith plate to shoot up to that so I can grab the cube, and then I can put down a button that will connect to the door. And hold on, I'm hitting the wrong thing. God dang it. There we go. Yeah, so that when I set down the cube, it will open the door. So now that we have that set up, that's all I really want to do. Nothing too intricate, just something to show you how it works. Up here, you can hit build and play puzzles, so I'm going to do that, and I'll see you guys when I get into the map. Okay, guys, so we're inside the map that I just made. So the way I had it set up is I'm just going to use a faith plate to get up here, and I grab my cube, and I put it on the button, and it opens the door. So whenever, you can just build and play your level anytime you want to play test something and make sure it works. It doesn't take that long. It only took me about, I don't know, 20, 25 seconds for the map to load up and get me in here. And whenever you walk through the door, it just restarts it. It'll take you right back to the entrance, and you will go back into your map. So, and it's really easy to get out of. You just hit escape and exit the editor, and that's even faster. That's immediate. So yeah, you can go back to editing your map. Whenever you want to save it, you just, save it, and you can publish it, rebuild, you can do all kinds of things. And if you have any issues, maybe you're not able to figure something out, there's always a help section that shows you different controls and tips, and there's even a wiki. So yeah, I mean, really, that's all there is to it. I might screw around and make something stupid to show you guys with the level editor at some point, but I haven't gotten around to messing around with the map editor yet to make something incredibly quirky and not something that I'm actually solving, but, like throwing a bunch of companion cubes in a room full of the blue gel that just bounces everywhere. Just something for fun. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you learn a little bit about what this map creator can do, and I will see you guys later.